year's 2022. Live from the DMV. It's been a hot girl summer for the last 4 years. And a cold, broke boy winter for the last 8 years. Man, it's getting so bad outside that dudes can't even pay for Applebee's.
All right, you guys.
Did you really come back with 2 separate checks?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
You're really gonna make me pay?
It's Ftcmenace TV. Should men have to pay for the first date?
Free, you know it, nigga. I'm big, you know it, nigga. Let's get it, nigga. You know the vibes. Fat for the cash, shit, nigga. Say less, shit, nigga. Hold up. I just caught another load, another one on the way. Bro, trying to slide for a nigga like it's first base.
What's good, y'all? You see we lit right now. It's a beautiful day. You see the vibes. And the question of the day is, do men still have to pay for the first date? We about to find out right now, so tune in and let go. Live and direct at the harbor right now. Who we got?
Salima.
Ooh, and?
Shayna.
Salima and Shayna. Look like y'all getting money. It's 2022. Do I gotta pay for the first date?
Yes. Yeah. I think if you
Hold on. Why were you answering for her? Hold on. It looked like she.
too long, See, if he asks and insists, I would say yes. But if y'all kind of talked about it and agreed on it, I feel like y'all should go half at least.
I agree with her. And your thoughts?
No, he should pay for the bill at the end of the day. That's the gentleman way to go about the situation. You know, like, whether I ask you, you ask me, it's just the gentleman way to go. Like, you guys want us to be females, then act like a man.
Got you. So we want equality nowadays, right? Okay, but we still gotta pay for that first date though, right? So how many dates do you feel is appropriate before you're willing to pay for the date?
I'll pay for the next one. That's no problem. I'll pay for the next one. But you absolutely gotta pay for my time the first time.
I can kind of get with that. Like if you alternate, I can get with that too.
Ftcmenace TV, we live and direct at the harbor right now. Who we got?
Nikki.
We got Nikki and
Emmanuel.
Nikki and Emmanuel. My question for Emmanuel is, who pays for the date?
I do.
Every time?
Not every time.
Not every time.
Not every time? Okay, so how many times before she's willing to pay for the date?
Like half of the time.
All right. Let me ask the last question. So you're 4 years now, we living together. How we go about the bills? 50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chuckling there. Who we got with us?
Taji.
We got my boy Taji in the building and
Sydney.
Sydney. All right, for my boy Taji, it's 2022. You already look like you about to make moves. Who's paying for this date?
Most likely me, 100%.
Him.
Has she ever paid for a date?
No, not really, dog. I don't think so.
If we went to like Chipotle or something.
Real talk. You gotta be ashamed of yourself.
But like expensive.
All the real dates I'll probably pay for.
Where we about to go eat today?
I don't know yet. We just still walking around. We just got here, so.
Don't sound like Chipotle. Ftcmenace TV, we live and direct at the harbor. Who we got right here, brother?
Man, this John.
We got my man.
Major Productions.
Okay, keep going.
YouTube channel.
Okay, let me know.
Out here supporting my daughter basketball team. That's them back there in the jersey.
All right, bet that. The question of the day is, brother, in 2022, do men still have to pay for the first date?
It's optional. In my opinion, it's optional. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling her, do what you got to do to gain her. You know what I'm saying? So just short and quick. Yeah.
Has a woman ever paid for the date for you?
On the first date or ever?
Ever.
Yeah, absolutely. I got them kind of vibes though. I deserve to be paid for sometimes, you know?
Nah, definitely. Has a woman ever paid for the first date?
To my recollection, I think so. I'm 44 years old, so yeah, I've been on a lot of dates. So yeah, I think so.
Last question. After you do spend money on a date, do you feel entitled like that woman owes you something after that?
Never, man, never. Not at all. I got a daughter, y'all. This is my daughter right here. Come here, daughter. This is my daughter right here. She plays basketball. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Even before she was born, I have to carry myself as a man and as a gentleman, no matter what. So no woman's not entitled for anything to give me if I pay for a date.
Appreciate it. Shout it out one more time.
No doubt. Hey, Major Productions on YouTube. Check out all my shows, all my podcasts. Got movies coming. 2022, 2023 gonna be even better.
We are live and direct right now in VA, and we got 4 baddies in the building. And your name is?
Maha.
On fleek.
Ruth.
Okay, so we got 3 baddies and 1 baddie who don't want to participate right now. The question of the day is, in 2022, do men still have to pay on the first date?
Oh shit. Not necessarily, no. I don't think so. It just depends how the first date was initiated. Like if the girl asked him, like, you trying to take me out? Or like if he asked her. If he initiated it, he should be paying for it.
But if he didn't initiate, I don't think he necessarily has to pay.
I agree with her, yeah. I feel like if he did ask me, maybe like I would offer, but I don't ever expect anyone to pay, so.
I feel like it just depends on who initiates it. Like, if it's the guy who initiates it, then they should pay. But if the girl's the one pressing the guy, then it'd be wrong if the girl doesn't at least offer to pay.
Oh, yeah. What's your name, brother?
Muhammad.
Muhammad, okay. And what's your name?
Vanessa.
Muhammad and Vanessa, you already see what the vibes are. So my question for Muhammad is, brother, do we still have to pay for the first date?
That all depends on not the situation per se, but like on the people, you know, like some girls prefer that, but I don't think you should at 2022. Like personally, I'm like, you know, it's like whatever, I'll pay. I don't think you should per se.
Vanessa's not looking like she's feeling that. What's your thoughts on that, Vanessa?
I think you should split it. I'm not gonna lie. If it's a first date, split it.
Tell me who we got here.
Kubos.
I'm sorry, my brother. Repeat that.
Kubos.
Kubos and
Dion.
Kubos and Dion. All right, brothers. It's 2022. All these women got this money and these jobs. When you take them out, do you still have to pay for the first date?
Yeah, I do. I think so.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
All right. Let me ask you this. Have you ever had a date paid for you?
Yeah.
Likewise.
How did it make you feel?
I mean, she's my girl, so like, I felt pretty special, I guess.
Was she your girl at the time?
Yeah, I guess not. Nah. So I felt good. It felt good though.
So that helped reassure you that she's the one.
For sure.
Has a girl ever bought a date for you?
Yeah, it was cool. She wasn't the one though, but yeah, she paid for the date.
You are not him. You are not him. No. You are not him.
How we doing on the bills? Are we going 50-50 on these bills nowadays?
It really depends. It's really situation to situation. But for the most part, the man should cover the majority of the bills.
What's the majority? Give me a percentage.
I go like 65-35.
65-35. What about you, brother?
It's situational. You know, if you don't got it like that, then I think it's only right that you do 50-50. As a man, if you make enough support you and her, then yeah, for sure.
Who we got right here?
Nia, Kara.
Nia and Kara. Okay, so the question of the day is, in 2022, do men still have to pay for the first date?
I think so.
And why is that?
I think it's just to show chivalry isn't dead and just show, you know, that you care and that you want to pay for the date.
So chivalry is not dead in your opinion?
No, I don't think it's dead.
All right, it's just hanging on by its last limb. Okay, let's go to Kara. Do men pay for the first date in 2022?
Yeah, I would like them to offer. I think it just shows like their intention is there, like they want to pursue you. And then as y'all continue, like it can be more, I don't know, split.
How many dates do you think is appropriate before we go Dutch?
What's going Dutch?
Going half.
Oh, we said Dutch. I don't like to go half. I think either one or the other pays.
Have you ever paid for a date yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. What about you, Kara?
Have I ever paid for a date? Or, yeah, I have.
And how many dates do you think it takes before you're willing to go half?
I don't know, maybe like 5 or something. And then I'll be like, oh, do you want to split it? I still want him to say no, though.
Live and direct right now. Who we got?
Michael.
Michael and?
Don.
Don, nice to meet you. Michael, in 2022, who's paying for the first date?
Him.
Yeah, the older one. The older one.
Yeah,
is
that's
the
right. That's right. I always go with the older one.
The older one should pay the first date. That's a new one. Take Notes TV, we live and direct. Who we got right here?
Carrie-Elle Coates.
The lovely Carrie-Elle Coates who just killed it on the mic. But real quick, Carrie-Elle, I got a question. Do men still have to pay on the first date in 2022?
Yikes. I think they should, but I think we should be open as well to kind of thinking of things differently. If the woman kind of feels like she wants to, then I don't see a problem with the man saying, hey, that's fine. Let me step back and let you do it. Personally, for me, I wouldn't, but, you know, I'm okay with those who, you know, think that that's cool. Should they? Hey, times are changing, so.
In a relationship, do you split the bills or the man got to pay all the bills in that as well?
You see, a relationship, that's different. But now there's a commitment. I don't mind sharing part of that. If we're going out, I don't mind saying, hey, like I got the bill this time, or splitting it. But if we're just going on the first date, you see, that's the thing, you said first date, then yeah, I think the guy should do it.
How many dates is appropriate before you're going half on the date?
I would say maybe 3 3 dates, it's pretty, after 3 dates, you can talk about splitting.
Has a man ever taken you out and at the last minute asked you to split the bill on a date?
No, because see, I wouldn't date somebody who doesn't already have that understanding that like, hey, this is what's happening. Like most people I've dated, they understand like I'm gonna take care of it, you know? So, and we talk about it before, so.
Well, it's good to get that understanding beforehand, but definitely shout out Carrie F. Make sure you tune into her music. All right, Take Notes TV, we live and direct at the Harbor. Who we got here?
Natasha with MD Yacht Charters.
Okay, we got the lovely Natasha in the building.
Captain Natasha.
Captain Natasha. When I take Captain Natasha out on the first date, do I still have to pay for it?
It would be nice. It's a good first impression.
What if you ask me out? Are you gonna pay for it?
Yeah, for sure.
For the win.
Look at the flick of their wrist. Look at the flick of their wrist. Men like to be treated too.
We sure do. We sure do. I like her opinion, so I'm gonna ask you this. If you're living with your spouse, how do you think the bill should be split?
That's a good conversation to have with your spouse. I mean, if you're married, you'll have that pretty much worked out. I mean, I don't think the man should have to pay everything. And sometimes there's relationships where maybe the woman is the breadwinner. They work it out. And I think there's a misconception sometimes where women always think men have to take care of everything. But yeah, that's a conversation that the two people should have, and they shouldn't let anyone else judge what they decide to do.
Sometimes in relationships, when the breadwinner's providing, they feel entitled, like, oh, I'm the king of the house. If the role is reversed and the woman is paying the majority of the bills, do you feel that she's the queen of the house?
I think the man is the man and the woman's the woman, and you shouldn't get that confused because a man shouldn't feel less than a man. And even if maybe the woman's making more, then that doesn't mean that they should be like downed by anyone else in the family. Every man deserves to, they are the man. If you need a bug killed or something, guess who you're gonna call, right? Or if there's someone who intrudes in the house, guess who you're gonna call? It's not gonna really be the woman, right? So you have to just kind of have that conversation and understand those roles, whether it be money or whether it's like, who's the man, who's the woman, right? So, yeah.
We here at Rosa Mexicana at the Harbor. We got my boy Mustafa in the building. Say what's good.
What's good? What's good, Key? Good to see you, man.
All right, Jersey in the building, and we got
Felicia.
Felicia in the building. Felicia, where you from?
New York.
New York in the house. All right. So, question of the day for my boy Mustafa. He on a date already in 2022. Who got to pay for the first date?
Oh, the man got to pay for the first date. That's obvious. That's standard, Dad. You got to pay for the first date. If you want a second date, you got to pay for the first date.
Felicia, thoughts?
Most of the time, the dude pays. I mean, if it's mutual and y'all discussed it prior and it's just on some meetup, you could probably pay for yourself. You could go, everybody pay for themselves. But most of the time, the dude pays for the first date.
Felicia, how many dates is appropriate before you're willing to go half?
That's a good question. A minimum of probably 3.
All right, last question, Mustafa. All right, you engaged. So how we doing these bills? We splitting them 50-50?
50-50, got to. 50-50.
Now, why you capping? Big cat. No, we don't. I think what's traditional now is to go off of income. Like if the person makes 60% in comparison to you, they pay 60% of the bills.
Very interesting perspective. What about you, Mustafa?
I gotta agree.
At Take Notes TV, we live and direct. Who do we got here? Shy and? Keena. All right, in 2022, who pays on the first date?
Say what?
What? In 2022, who pays on the first date?
I pay.
On the first date?
On the first date, I pay.
Okay, what's the most you ever spent on a date?
Like a first date or just like a dating period?
Let's do both.
First date, maybe about $75. On a second date, or well, further along, maybe about $200.
Okay, on that $200 date, how long did that relationship last?
2 years.
2 years, okay, that's very good. All right, so I think you got your money's worth, $100 for each year, you hear me? All right, moving on, we're gonna get some wisdom here. Your opinion is 2022, women are gainfully employed, more independent. Do men still have to pay on the first date in your opinion?
I think it depends on the situation.
And what would that situation be?
Who's better off?
Communication is key in your opinion.
Most definitely.
We live and direct right now. Who we got?
A1 from Dublin.
A1 from Dublin. Shout out Dublin in the house. My question is, A1 from Dublin, do men still have to pay on the first date?
It depends, but I would rather the man pays.
So you rather the men pay. So what circumstance are you willing to pay yourself?
I'm not sure. I never thought about it. I actually pay myself most of the time.
So you're willing to split the bill, actually?
I actually ask if I pay the bill. I always ask.
So you always ask. Every single time you go out, you mean to tell me you always ask if you could cover your end of the bill?
It's a European thing, I think.
It's a Dublin thing. Shout out Dublin. Live and direct at the Harbor right now. Who do we have?
Laura.
Christopher.
Laura and Christopher in the building. We got a nice black couple, and the question of the day is, in 2022, do you feel that the man still has to pay on the first date?
Nah, not all the time. Not all the time. Not in 2022 now. Maybe, you know, hey, it's time for the woman, you know, she might take me out for drinks, you know what I'm saying?
No, I do know what you're saying. And your thoughts?
The first date, the man should pay. If he asks me out on my time, you know, he pays the first time. And then, you know, if the relationship goes on, then yes, you know, I can pay here and there, but the first date should be him.
Okay, so when you get a gift, are you coming from the pocket or from the heart?
I'm coming from the heart.
From the heart.
Okay. I trust that. And the last question, nowadays, bills are expensive, rent is high. The man can't pay for it all. Do you agree?
I definitely agree on that. Because these women out here making more money than the men sometimes, bruh.
It should be 60-40.
How many dates do you think it takes before we're going half on a date?
How many days? It gotta be a number? Maybe 3. I'll say about like 4 or 5 dates.
She's going to drag you out a little longer.
You said before you go half on a date? I'm not going half on a date. Look, I'm just being honest. I'm not going half on a date. Either he's paying for it or I'm paying for it. I'm gonna take him out. He's gonna take me out.
Okay, I dig that philosophy.
Okay.
Now we in a relationship, y'all living together. How do we go about the bills?
Oh, personally, I would like to split them.
All right, yo, Take Notes TV, we lit right now. Who we got?
J Rose, man.
All right, J Rose, where you from, my G?
From LA.
Real quick, who pays on the first date nowadays?
Oh, the man. I mean, that's just what it is. That's the way it's been, you know.
Do men still have to pay on the first date?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how many dates does it take for you to go half?
I can't answer this question in uniform. I don't think I can answer this.
Care to help her out? Dang, partner left there with no backup today. All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap up for now. But before we do that, I need y'all to go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button and fess me up. Also, drop down in the comments and let me know the vibes. Do men still have to pay all the bills in 2022? Also, shout out my boy Zoe C for fessing me up and making the merch all possible. If you want to support the channel, please drop down in the description below and go ahead and hit that link. Also, we'll be back with more content, so stay tuned. It's the one and only Notes, and we out.